All righty, guys. Hey, good afternoon. And I wanted to give you some updates on a new tool available to you inside of your agent site. So here's a fun little graphic that I threw together. We use some AI to put that together. That's a whole other conversation for another day on how to do that. But this home valuation tool that is built into your command websites, what does it look like? Well, I've put it together real fast kind of on our site. And so you'll see that inside of here, we have our agent site. This is a custom page with what's your shell worth, discover your home's value, and all your clients need to do is put in an address. So if I put in my old address of 5403 Los Patios, Midland, Texas, and I hit let's go. Oop, hang on. It does not like to play when it's being recorded. Hang on. There we go. All right, so and then we hit let's go. Your clients are gonna see this pop-up screen, and inside this pop-up screen, they're gonna have to put a name and an email. If I do Tim Lester, and I'm gonna put this one as test so I don't confuse myself here. And then we give it an address of Tim at tortugareg.com. They have to accept it, and they're going to hit get my valuations. Now, this is going to immediately give them their valuation. So it is saying that, hey, 5403 Los Patios is in this valuation in between 384,000 and 392,000. They will then have the option to hit that send message where it will send a message off to you, the agent. Now, I'm going to hit send message and leave that alone, but I also want to show you what it looks like on the other side when they do click that button where they do fill out your valuation form. So we'll come in here and we're going to look at our first thing you're going to see is notifications. Being slow. Yeah, I know. This is what happens when you do things live. Let's see if it added it to the contact card. No. Normally you're going to see a notification. It'll show up here in a minute. It's just being slow probably because it's brand new today and everyone's playing with it. So we have this lovely new lead, Tim Lester. Home valuation report. You're going to see this nice little pop in. This is actually the one I did earlier, not the one that I just did, that the first test we did with our actual house. And so it does give a source change. It does give you this home, this valuation piece here. And it's going to let you know that A, they registered, and B, they sent a message. So either way, you're getting a contact. You're going to get a push notification in Command Mobile, and you're going to register that. Now, the cool thing here is they don't have to do anything else. All they have to do is put the address in and fill out the email, and they're going to get their valuation. Now, what I would recommend is going through and then having that fire off into a smart plan or a lead management source. We can go through that here in just a minute. So it will add them to a smart plan so you know what to do with it. Now, it tells you what they did value it at. Now, let's be honest. We're in Texas, so these valuations are going to be close, but they're not going to be perfect. And they could be wildly off if there's no comps. Let's be realistic. We've jumped in RPR many times, looked at those RVMs and gone, hey, ain't no way that that's going to be right. So these are valuation estimates, but it gets the conversation started. What I would typically recommend from here is jumping into RPR, doing a CMA real fast and sending them something of value in that instance. Let's see. Go in. Let me refresh my page, see if that notification comes through. I love when we break stuff. Let's see if it's in the lead pool. No, I don't see that one in there yet. So we'll give it a minute. I set it up to automatically trigger a smart plan, so it may be just kind of in smart plan worked through right now and getting that to fire off. But this is an easy tool to set up. To set up the tool is not very hard. You do have to be on the new agent sites. This does not work with the old agent sites. So you'll need to come down here to go to consumer and edit my website. So what I'm going to recommend for most of y'all to do is inside of your new agent site, you're going to come up here and hit the plus button and create a new custom page. By doing that, you're going to have a custom page that is just for your home valuations to land on. So new custom page, we give it a page title. This is where we do page title for home valuation. Then you're going to come down here to the add module section. And when you do that at the bottom here, we're going to have the home value search. It's going to plop that bad boy in. It's going to give you the option to change this text. So the ready to discover your home's value, you can make that anything you want. You're going to spell things correctly, unlike me. And you can change whatever you want there. This is meant to be simple and fast. Now, some of y'all may notice I also added in a testimonial widget because I think it's helpful for anybody that's looking at putting their information to get a valuation to see that you're a legitimate person and a human being that's actually done some business. So you can also come into the add module, and you don't have to do this, but I would recommend it, and grab your testimonial list, put that bad boy in. You have not set up any testimonials. You'll need to create them at this time, but I can come in and grab any of the testimonials that are already on my site. Just throwing these together and be good to go. You could just publish at this point. So if we hit publish right now, on our publish, we will get a lovely URL to use. We can fire it off and open it in a new page. Great. You'll see that there's my mess up in typing. You can also create some custom URLs. Now, this is something that I'm going to recommend most of y'all do, is you have your URL. So for ours, it's midland.kw.com. In our URLs, I'm going to come in and do a permalink, and I'm going to do the word value or home valuation or something simple that's going to be a lot shorter than that long link you just saw. What that does is that creates a permalink or a direct link to this page as long as someone puts in your website with -value or whatever word you use here. So I'm going to have to say value too because that permalink already exists. And go from there. We'd hit publish again. It's ready to rock and roll. And you now have a lovely page. On your website, it's going to be in the more section. You'll have the whatever custom pages you create will show up here. And then I just simply take this lovely URL link at the top, and I started using that on social media and sharing it with ads. So we tested an ad that just started today. So I don't have any metrics for you yet, but we'll see how that one ends up going through. Let's start getting some traction there on those valuations. So this has been highly asked for a while from a lot of our agents, the ability to have a valuation tool. It's no additional cost. This isn't like Cloud CMA where you got to pay them another $100 a month. This is already built into your command website. So if you have questions, let me know. This is how you build it out. If you want to cut off here, you can, but I want to go one step further and talk through what to do to create the smart plan and to create the route that the second these come in, they trigger a smart plan and you know what to do with them. So if you want to run off now, that's okay, but let's take it a step further and talk about how to actually convert these at a little bit of a higher level. So what I did is I went into and created a nice new smart plan called Home Valuation. Now, this is a very simple smart plan. It is a text task and a task. That's all I wanted to do. So I want us to open this up and look at it. All we did was we have a text task that does an autofill. So it says, thanks so-and-so for requesting a home valuation. This is Tim Lester with Tortuga Real Estate Group. Was the price point what you were expecting? Basically, just giving that short question that you can get a yes or no and keep that conversation moving and start from there. The second step is to create a task to pull RPR valuation for comparison. So whenever one of these leads comes through, whenever someone registers on the site, it's going to come through, it's going to send me a notification, and it's going to create tasks, immediately allowing me to then send that text and to remind myself to pull that RPR, because we know valuations can vary pretty heavily. Moving forward from there, we've created the smart plan. I'm going to exit out of here. To make that smart plan trigger, anytime somebody comes in from that site or that source, we will go up over to our name, settings, and then we'll jump into command settings and contacts. Under our lead management, we can now say any source does this. So we already have a rule here, but to create that rule, you would just hit the create rule button. And we'll call it valuation smart plan trigger. Lead source. The lead source for these will be home valuation site. Homepage, home valuation site. Okay, so that's the one you want to pick. From there, you can have it tagged. So if you want to have it tagged as valuation request or seller or whatever you want to do, seller would probably be actually a decent one. And then assign to smart plan. You're going to use that smart plan we just created. So in doing that, we would hit create rule, and you're all set. So with that, anytime someone registers now on that home valuation for your site, it's going to fire off, create the smart plan. You'll have your 2 tasks, and you'll rock and roll from there. If you have questions on how to use those tasks, you should come to the mobile app workshop that we're doing tomorrow from 11 to 12, 12:30, something like that. And let's talk through how to use those tasks at a very high level. But so far in all of our testing, we've sent this to some people. It's gone well. So hope y'all enjoy it. Let's see if there's anything else we need to go through. No. Okay. If you have questions, put them below. Other than that, enjoy this new tool, and let's rock and roll.